Salut, ce faci? It's another hot day here in Bucharest. It's the next day actually. Yesterday I went out, hit the clubs here. Nightlife is great here actually. But yeah, it's another hot day today. And I just wanted to show you guys the dark side of Bucharest, something which Romania unfortunately is also known for. This over here, right in the center of Bucharest in the old town. Touristy lap dance clubs with prostitutes inside. And yeah, unfortunately, when you think of Romania, prostitution and human traffic is something which also pops to mind. And I am actually quite surprised that right here in the center of Bucharest, in the old town actually, in the historic old town, you have so many disgusting lap dance nightlife clubs. And also some brothels actually. And yeah, to all you sex tourists out there, leave Romania alone. Leave Romania alone. Just don't pay for sex, guys. It's not cool. Today is my last day here in Bucharest, and I've got no specific plans actually. There's another one, guys. Check it out. Disgusting. The old town of Bucharest is full of these places. Apart from that, I really like this place. I really like this city, but look at this. It's full. There's another one. Hot touch. Incredible. So unfortunate. I mean, every country, every nation, every city has its ups and downs. And this is clearly the downside of Romania and of Bucharest. I mean, yeah. When you think of Romania, arguably, you think of vampires, castles, beautiful women, but you also think of human traffic and Andrew Tate. But yeah, it's nasty. A nasty nation. But yes, what are my general impressions of Bucharest? How do I feel about a city? Could I live here? Well, I like it, I have to say. I can tell you this, I like it, I really like it, because I've not been to any European capital where the nightlife is as great as here on a Tuesday night. On a flipping Tuesday night, you can party here until 6 a.m. And it's much cheaper. I mean, it's not the cheapest city I've ever visited, or cheapest country I've ever visited, but it's much cheaper still compared to other EU capital cities. I mean, Albania is much cheaper, Macedonia is cheaper, Kosovo is cheaper, maybe even Serbia is cheaper, but in the EU, this is surely the cheapest country I've ever been to. Yesterday I had a pizza for €8, €8.50, like $10 for you Americans, not even $10, just under $10. And yeah, in Western Europe you won't find that anymore. You won't find that anymore. In my country I won't even get a margarita for under €15 anymore. So yeah, it's a cheap place. But the food, I have to admit to you guys, it's a secret between me and you, but it's not the best quality. But yeah, do I like it though? Will I come back? Surely I like it, and I can recommend it. Living here, like top G? Rather not. Oh yeah, and another travel hack for you guys. When you want to change money in a foreign country, never do so at the airport and never do so in the most touristic streets. There are two options if you want to change money. the two best options are either at a train station, at the biggest train station or bus station, because don't ask me why, but they've always got the best rates, the best exchange rates, probably because most local travellers arrive there or travel from there, and less international travellers. And the other option you have is the thing is where I'm heading to right now, right next to the National Ministry of Economics, right next to the National Bank, because they've got the best rates, even better rates than at Basel train stations. So I'll be changing some money now, and I'll see you later. I am armed, guys, with lace again, and yeah, I've decided to take a stroll through the city to an area which I haven't visited yet, an interesting place. And on my way I'm gonna look for some food, because I haven't really eaten something today. And yeah, it's a hot day. The temperature here, I guess maybe July ain't the best month to come to Bucharest. Maybe you should come in the spring, in April or May, when it's not as flipping hot as it is right now. Not far away from here, where I'm walking right now, is the place I went out to yesterday. It was so packed, guys. It was so packed. It was Tuesday night and it was packed. It was massive. And yeah, if you like to party, I guess Bucharest is your place. Bucharest, if you like communist architecture and if you like to party, come to Bucharest. Alright guys, I guess this is what you need after a long night out. Look at it. Got myself a detox juice with carrots and apple. Wow, I needed that. Some yogurt and some fancy eggs. A total amount of about 11 euros, $12. So I'll tug into that, recharge, and then continue to walk. I've actually never been to an Orthodox church before. Wow. Check it out. There's so much better inside than outside in the fucking heat. I could sit here the whole day and chill. It's really fresh here. Being told off in an Orthodox church. That doesn't happen every day, innit? That might be the title of this video. Told off in an Orthodox church. Ooh. It's crazy here. It's flipping crazy. Reminds me of Colombia. Reminds me of Colombia. Prettiest women in the world by countries: Colombia, Mexico and Romania. In Europe, definitely Romania is my new number one. Hoo. I'll surely be back in the future, Bucharest, for longer. And then again, well, you never know what these beauties are actually doing for a living, because then again we've got this, yeah, another strip club or a brothel, wherever. That's the only thing I don't really like here, because yeah, there's far too many of these clubs around here. But yes, guys, as I've said, the city ain't that big at all. It's actually doable to walk through the whole city in like 2 days. If you just want to come here like me for a short time, I guess 2 or 3 days are more than enough, maybe even 2 days if you arrive early. I arrived late on my first day, so for me 2.5 days, yeah, enough to see most of the city, most of the center, most of the attractions that the city has to offer. Look at it, expensive taxis. Never take taxis, guys, always use Uber. Uber for the win. Always trust Uber. Never trust taxis. Simply never use taxis. Always the underground buses or Uber. Just save yourself a lot of money. Check out the beautiful University Square here in Bucharest. A regular site for events and protests. And the University of Bucharest is just over there, ahead of us. That historical building. So if any of you guys want to study, think about studying in Bucharest, it is where you'll end up. And here on the floor we've got some swastikas. No words. Check out amazing Bucharest, guys. Now also something typically Eastern European, actually, these underground passages. I haven't shown you any of these back in Poland and in Budapest, so here in Bucharest I'm going to take the chance to show them to you. It is typically Eastern European, these underground passages. You've also got your small shops here and everything, ATMs. There's the metro station, by the way. I've used the metro already here. And it's pretty decent, I've got to say. It's pretty decent, pretty modern, pretty clean. And we're going up again into the flipping heat. Oh wow. Guys, if I can tell you one thing about Bucharest, you should come here, but don't come here in July, it's too hot. Make sure to come here in spring, in May or April, maybe June, or July and August I guess. It's just too hot. Wow, look at that. This whole city is actually super picturesque. Check it out. This looks like some war memorial or something. In front of a modern building. Pretty cool. at that. Check it out, guys. All the pigeons here. This city is also full of pigeons. Bucharest, a city of pigeons, graffitis, incredible buildings, and many strip clubs. And many fountains as well. And look at this. What's that? Max Bet. Another casino, right? Looks like another casino. Max Bet. So we have a glance inside. There's the casino. Salute, coach. Alright guys, told off again. Told off to film in the casino. Wow, it wasn't actually a big casino in there. It was only some slot machines. You could play roulette in there, but there was no poker table, no blackjack table. And yeah, but I've been told off to film again. That might be a good name for the video. In trouble in Bucharest. Don't film here in Bucharest. Don't film this in Bucharest. And what is also pretty interesting is that you've got Italian beer everywhere here. Look at that huge poster there. L'Italiana Authentica, Birra Moretti. Delicious Italian beer, by the way. And yeah, you've got Peroni and Birra Moretti everywhere here. In every bar, every restaurant. Alongside all the other commercial international beers, the Tuborgs or the Belgian beers, which I really don't like. Also the German beers. But yeah, the most delicious one is Ursus here in Romania. Wow, look at that street. Wow, just look at that. That is Bucharest in a nutshell for you guys. We've got socialist buildings next to a flippin' beautiful church. Historic buildings and socialist buildings. Look at this massive street. Wow. Actually, this is how I imagine Moscow to be. I've never been to Moscow, but the streets is how I imagine Moscow to be. And also maybe Pyongyang. Feels like Latin America here, right? Guys, check it out. The Romanian Ateneum, or in Romanian Ateneul Roman, a neoclassical building built in 1888, and it's actually a concert hall. And yeah, apparently it's one of Bucharest's most iconic buildings, most stunning buildings. And yes, I approve. It is flippin' beautiful, flippin' impressive. Well, I have to admit to you guys that I liked the palace better, the parliamentarian socialist palace better. There's another interesting place not far away from here, and my battery is gonna survive. It's just about to survive it, so let's head there as well. I'll tell you one thing, guys. Before I came into Bucharest, I didn't know too much about the city. The only thing I knew was that it was called the Paris of the East because of the architecture, because it was a bit of reminiscence of Paris. Well, I've got to be honest with you, it doesn't remind me at all of Paris, apart from maybe this nice neoclassical building. But what I really belief is that Paris is much more dangerous than Bucharest. I feel much safer here than in France, in general. But alright, that's not too difficult, is it? Because France, let's be honest, is a really, really dangerous state. The Romanian Revolution of 1989 cost the lives of thousands of people. The victims and heroes that lost their lives during the Romanian Revolution are honoured here by this monument, which was built in 1989 after the end of the revolution and the end of the barbaric reign of Nicolae Ceausescu. I guess this is a good place to end this video, to end our little exploration of Bucharest. It's a city which has surprised me in a positive way, and in my eyes maybe one of the most underrated capitals in Europe, because it's not that there are no tourists at all coming to Bucharest. I don't want to say this, but it's not as popular as other cities in Europe and as other countries in Europe. In fact, not too many people from the West spend their holidays in Romania. Well, I reckon you should come to this city. It's a beautiful place, a majestic city, and yeah, you can't fault it really. You can't fault Bucharest, and I'll surely be back in the future, someday. Tomorrow my journey continues, and yes guys, I'll see you in the next one. I'll see you in a bit, as they say. Have a good one. Cheers.